I worked at the brewery in the UK for about 7 years. So I worked there from initially when I was 16, and then I worked there until just before I came to British Hills. So I worked there until I was about 23. So when I first started there, I was just cleaning the brewery and doing random manual jobs. But then as my position grew, I started to get into brewing and work in what's called the pilot brewery, where we work on small versions of beer that we will then go on to make into bigger versions of beer. So it's kind of like a test brewery.
But you were 16.
I was 16 when I joined the brewery. But when I started being older and drinking, to be honest, no. Ale at that time was kind of seen as an old person's drink. So I didn't really like it, no. But then I grew to like it a lot through working with it. I think through working at the brewery, I'd always really enjoyed trying to make drinks that people enjoy and trying to make drinks that appeal to certain groups of people. So I think when I came to British Hills, I wanted to bring my skills from the UK here. So the challenges I faced were that I had to work with a smaller group of ingredients. So obviously in the UK, we have a large ale making industry, so we've got lots of choices when it comes to hops and grains and things like that. And when I made the British Hills beer, I was kind of limited a bit, so it was a bit of a challenge to make the beer that I wanted to make. But yeah, definitely, I think I achieved what I wanted to achieve. Oh yeah, definitely. My favourite Japanese beer is probably Sapporo. What do I like about Japanese beer? So I like that it's quite light and it's fresh, and it's more like lager in the UK. So that's a big question because beer is a large category. So if we're talking about Japanese lagers and UK lagers, there's not a lot of difference, to be honest. They're both quite cold, both quite light. But if we're talking about ales, then they're really different. So Japanese ales are usually influenced by America or Germany, and English ales are typically influenced by England and Ireland and Scotland and Wales. So they're a little bit less bitter than Japanese craft ales. So if we're talking about lager, then yeah, that's chilled as well in the UK. But if we're talking about ale, typically no, it's not chilled as much. So the ideal temperature for ale is about 13 degrees. No, that's not true. So it's from the age of 18. But what you might be confusing it with is that in the home, so if you're drinking at home with your parents during a meal, it's from 12. So you can have like a small bit of alcohol with your meal, but you can't get drunk, you can't start. I think that Japanese people might be surprised about how regularly people go for a drink and go to the pub. The pub, public house, is a large meeting place for people. So people go to the pub every Friday, every Saturday, and you can go there and you don't have to call your friends because usually they're there anyway. So you can just go and meet whoever's there at the pub. I think that is maybe the social side of it would maybe surprise Japanese people. Well, I tried to make a beer that people could enjoy only drinking and drinking with a meal. I think that, I think both ways are enjoyable, but I think what I'd really like Japanese people to do is realise that not all craft ales are really bitter or really heavy. They can be quite light and refreshing as well. Oh, can I have a look? All right, okay. All right. Well, to be honest, I think the one that jumps out straight away is probably the sausage and mash. I think for the izakayas I've been to, they have been really nice in the way that you can be in your own private section with your group and you can enjoy spending time with your friends. But in a British pub, it's a very open plan, much like this pub that we're in now. And even you'll very often in an English pub end up having conversations with people you don't know just because of the plan of the room. Pie served here, so maybe a steak and ale pie. I think sausage rolls would be really good. I haven't had a sausage roll for a long time, and I think that it's just sausage, meat and pastry, but I enjoy it a lot.